the first weekend instead of the second weekend, which was just dummy me, but I remember I was in a hurry. I was trying to go to the gym that day.
Booking flights under duress is never a good idea.
I am getting no money back. I'm not getting those points that I saved. I'm not getting the money that I've worked hard for.
All right, since you disclosed the name, maybe the kind folks over at Capital One will hear your plight. Make it
friend emergency. She needs me. Over in July, it was just and two, like I should have read more of the fine print, but I picked the middle option, Anthony.
The middle option, which should give you some flexibility.
By the way, was an extra like $60.
Oh, you know what? I feel your pain.
So is it okay that I cried over that?
Yeah, I think so. Listen, these are first world problems. However, honestly, things like this happen. Nothing more frustrating.
It's annoying. But
by the way, I don't want to jinx myself. Maybe I've got caught a couple times, but I always choose the low option, like not the date, but then I just like kind of say a prayer to the travel gods that nothing will go wrong, and I generally have.
And I will say I have been lucky when it comes to like flight cancellations and delays and stuff like that. So if this is like well before the trip actually happens and I lose a couple $100, whatever.
Here's the other option.
I'm just thinking about all the
throwing
great
this
stuff
out there.
I could have got and I saved.
I got another option for you. Well, I'm sure people can relate. We got a lot to get to during this hour. First of all, we have the biographer of Pope Leo. 1 year since he was announced as the new pope. We're going to be speaking with Elise, who's writing his biography, which is going to be awesome. I'm going to talk about her as a journalist. I'm really curious about her approach.
Well, and she has a history, kind of.
It's a really interesting anecdote, and I know we got to get to Michael Babcock, but where he tried, speaking of credit cards, he tried to call his bank after.
We'll have more details
after he became pope, and the story that unfolds with the person who answers the bank on the other line.
What's with these people?
Hey, listen, we'll get to that. Hey, would it change things if I'm Pope Leo? Maybe you should have gone with that with Capital One.
That's true.
It would change things if you know what I'm the Gabriella Premus.
Summer travel. They're thinking about a lot of aspects that come with the summer. We got the World Cup that's going to be right here in the U.S. A lot of people have a lot of different reasons to be looking for the best deals. So to help us navigate that, all of the chaos.
You guys always look great.
We expect nothing. I don't know about that. You should see us at 4 a.m.
4 a.m. is not pretty.
Tomorrow, the album releases, right?
Oh yeah, tomorrow. Really, midnight tonight.
Midnight tonight.
Okay.
Tonight, man. Yeah, we're.
This is some of the promotional material, the cover, your info. This is called Time After Youth. Talk about what inspired and shaped this latest release from you.
So. You know, this is a really interesting project, and and they were in similar situations, and they were like, hey, can you work with me on this? Can you do this with me? And it kind of became a passion of mine. Now, music executives within the industry.
Well, and that says a lot about you, because we've talked on the show many times that it's so hard, especially for Chicago talent, to maybe take that next step, because we aren't in New York, we're not in Los Angeles. Although
I'm so glad you said that.
Things are getting better here, thanks to people like you. But yeah, what have people faced?
Well, you know what's very interesting about the fact that you said that? Chicago, we don't really have an industry in the same way that New York, Atlanta, LA. I want to change that. And I want to say thank you, because you all have changed that. And to be honest with you, Time After Youth has also been a reflection on...
Presley, you're really wearing two hats here, as an artist, as an entrepreneur, business guy.
Thank you, man.
And that is no joke, to juggle, to have that many balls in the air. How does Chicago, you mentioned, a lot of it does trickle into this album. How does the city itself manifest?
That's beautiful. So does it take you twice the amount of time that it typically would, because you're wearing all these different hats to produce a full album?
You want to know what's funny is it does take me quite a while. I will, but I'll also say this: the beautiful thing about also being within the business, and this is separate from it all, is when you're an artist, the truth is, like, no matter how much money you make, you're surviving off your creativity.
A couple times.
Hey.
Okay. We'll tell you a trending story later on, okay, about Pope Leo. But first, we're talking about his life, his legacy thus far, because this Friday actually marks the historic moment that Pope Leo the 14th was named Pope, and a Chicago guy. So it means a lot to the city. Well, joining us now via Zoom is Elise and Allen.
I know.
Wealth of information. information.
Oh, for sure.
How
Can't wait
great.
to read that. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, some of our trending stories, including Legally Blonde getting a prequel, and also some comments from the CEO of Chipotle that are getting some mixed reviews, shall we say. Okay? We'll be back with those stories right after.
Go over these trending stories, shall we?
Let's do it.
Shall we? Okay, a prequel to Legally Blonde. It's called Elle. And they go from there.
I'm doing the math, Gabby. You were not even 5 years old, I think, when the original came out. Did it stand the test of time? And like, did you watch Legally Blonde?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Many times, but remember, my siblings are 10 years old. Or like
Oh,
10 years
okay.
older than I am.
So they introduced.
So I was introduced to too many things too early, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I'm gonna go with that.
You're good at naming things. Gabby, by the way, there's another naming.
Oh yeah, an
contest
eaglet
underway.
today.
There's a new eagle that was just born after this is the first time in more than a century that an eaglet has been born right here in the city limits, and it happened on the south side along the Calumet River.
You have
And
a good memory, Anthony.
You're saying
you remembered
that the
all that
eagle
from
should
this
be,
morning?
yeah, and I remember your name, Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy, because he's a little fuzzy, you know?
Yeah, no, that's really good.
A little fuzzy, and he's going to be so big, or maybe, so Teddy would just also be a funny name.
7-foot wingspan or whatever.
And then there's also hawks that were born. I think on the northwest side somewhere. Falcons, I'm sorry.
The Falcons out in Aurora.
Aurora. Man,
across
Anthony,
from their city.
you're
Yeah,
two
no,
for two
lockbox here, short
Yeah,
term.
Dave is a dad. Vixen was the mom.
was the mom, and you said that Vaughn should
Vaughn
be one
would
of
be
the
a great
kids.
name.
Yeah, one of the
Vaughn,
kids.
DJ, Dave Jr.
That's
You
really
never know.
good.
Anyways,
Gabs, I'm
yeah,
very
just let
impressed.
me know if you have another kid you need to name, Anthony.
Some Chipotle news for all those who celebrate. All right, I'm a Chipotle guy.
I am
Gen Z.
twice a week at least.
I understand. You are Gen Z, so why don't you
Okay, yeah,
run us through?
yeah.
But I fully support this.
I'm kind of just reading
I fully
this, but there's an increasing trend that says that pretty much like Gen Z is treating streaming service.
New album. Talking about Taylor Bennett. He is in studio to talk about his latest album. It's called Time After You.
In my case.
Yeah, exactly
It's
right.
like, all right, how are we going to get all this in only 2 segments that we're given? Maybe 3 if we're lucky.
Exactly.
Well, you like our new iPads?
No.
No, you don't like our new iPads.
I
I'm
don't.
trying to work through one thing
don't.
too. I'm not trying to, be rude and text my friends
Yes.
and such during the show. But I think we're going to start with some trending topics.
Let's do it.
Because we're going to be waiting on a guest, and that guest is with House of Villains.
Oh, very cool.
You're going to know her, trust me, if you watch reality TV. House of Villains, at first I was like, what is this? But apparently, it's kind of like the villain. She's not.
Cards.
No, Jake.
They're
Hamilton.
always loaded.
No. We have, okay, Jarita is now do every Thursday. We got to talk to our friends at Block Club Chicago.
Yeah, you
and
know.
one friend in particular.
You know who would never win House of Villains?
Mike Kaplan and.
What was his?
And Anthony were just being nice to me when they said that Teddy was a good idea. You're not nice. You know what?
No, I think Teddy's great. I think